You might be wondering why you find us at a racetrack with an S65 AMG Coupe. And I have to say, after a couple of laps, I find myself asking the same question.
It's fair to say that the Mercedes-Benz S65 AMG Coupe is not your traditional Evo sort of car. Oh sure, it has AMG on the back and so it's ridiculously over-endowed in terms of power, but it's a pure GT car really. It weighs 2,110 kilos, it has seats that massage you, a 24-speaker surround sound system, and it seems a 50-inch TV stuck to its dashboard. Blasting across continents with its 6-litre twin-turbocharged V12 engine, pouring 621 horsepower and 737 foot-pounds to the rear wheels whenever you ask it would be quite a way to travel. On the road it really is serene, opulent and indomitable. But then it does cost £183,000, so I guess that's pretty much to be expected. But today we're interested in its clever chassis technology and specifically the magic body control system. The first trick bit of this setup is that it uses a camera to scan the road ahead for lumps and bumps and then adjusts the active body control suspension to deal with it. That's cool, but it won't be much use today. But what will be is the dynamic curve function that means this huge car doesn't just corner without body roll, it actually tilts into corners, which sounds extraordinary. But does it work? Can you sense added agility or control? Can it mask over 2 tons of girth on a racetrack?
The problem is, to call the S65 a fish out of water on track would be maybe the biggest understatement ever. It is not happy here at all. And the active body control that we really wanted to explore is remarkable. It means there's almost no body roll, but it also makes the car almost completely devoid of feel, and I can't actually sense that the dynamic ride control is working at all, the dynamic turn-in element. It doesn't feel to me like it's like it's turning into corners. It just feels like a massive, great, tyre smoking monster. So let's be as objective as we can for a little while, particularly on this suspension system. Like I say, it is incredible the way it resists body roll, but it also takes away all that information about how much grip the front tyres have, much as we've found sometimes with Porsche's PDCC system. It makes the car very hard to read, and what this car does is feel all calm from inside, but actually just understeer massively around the track because the tyres can't cope with all the weight. I mean, it's not magic. And I think AMG and Mercedes have talked about this system really being for on the road, obviously on the road, but also for passengers. It's not so much about making the car more dynamic, it's about making it more comfortable to travel in. And I think, much as it was a nice idea to bring the car here, it's not its natural environment. So we're going to set a lap time so you can see how the car behaves, and then we're going to just turn everything off and have a bit of fun, I suppose, because we're here and we might as well.
So here's what you've all been waiting to see, the lap time of an S65 AMG Coupe at Anglesey. Please don't adjust your computer, this is not slow motion. Actually, that's unfair. The S65 might not be a track car, but it is very, very fast. Its problem on circuit is firstly the understeer we've already spoken about and how that builds with no warning, but also the fact that its ESP can't be removed unless you access a sort of cheat mode, usually reserved only for engineers. The problem with that is that you also lose the ABS, and there's no way in the world I'd drive for a lap time in this thing with no ABS. So the lap is really about patience, a real slow in, fast out affair. But you don't really need to exercise that restraint. Once it's turned, just hit full throttle and let the electronics do the rest, giving you more and more power as you take off steering lock. It's an odd sensation, and I'm sure it would be faster with a little more wheel slip allowed, but nevertheless, the ESP is very impressive. In the end, the S65 turns in a 1 minute 21.4 second lap, which is some 1.7 seconds slower than a BMW M5. That's not too shabby really, but Mercedes, we're sorry. The magic body control and dynamic tilting function are really not intended for track use, and we do feel a little bit silly. And thanks for telling us about that cheat mode for the ESP too. It seems to work and was rather good fun after all.